Right. Yeah, I think we're just going to run the same list as yesterday. It worked pretty well. As we were discussing in the Discord channel, Patrick Sullivan is saying that searing effects aren't very good right now, and he's on 18 lands. I kind of like having the Searing Blood all the same. We were looking at the metagame yesterday, and it looked like it was live in enough matchups to where we don't really feel bad about running it. So like for Miracles of F, Snapcaster Mage usually in Monastery Mentor. You have to be careful about going for Monastery Mentor, but it can hit it. Grixis Control has similar stuff. It's got Snapcaster Mage, Baleful Strix, V-Click. And then Dredge, you can make use out of it in Dredge. Eldrazi Stompy will have like a Walking Ballista. You can sometimes hit if they just yield through your turn. But more than often than not, you're going to be hitting like Matter Reshaper and Mimic, probably. So, there's enough targets out there right now that I think having two probably isn't gonna hurt us. So, let's go find a league. That was quick. I think this is fine on the draw. Maybe we can play everything in our hand besides two of our cards. And if we find a second land, we can play almost everything in our hand. We don't necessarily even need to cast this Firecraft to win. So I'll keep it. Alright. Basic Islands. Probably Sneak and Show would be my guess. Go ahead and suspend this Rift Bolt in case there's a creature that comes down we want to kill next turn, but I don't think we'll kill anything. Brainstorm. Could be Storm as well. I think Storm might run... Do they run like a basic island and a basic swamp? Probably. One island, one swamp. Yep. Oh. Probably Miracles then. Okay, this hand is pretty dang good against Miracles. As long as we get rid of these 1-drops before they find a countertop or a counterbalance. If he has another Spell Pierce, this has got to be Sneak and Show, right? Okay. I still think it's Miracles, but I guess it could be Show and Tell still. The Spell Pierce is a little strange. I don't know, does Miracles run Spell Pierce now? I guess it is really good in this metagame. Not seeing Spell Pierce so far. There we go. Well, just gonna go ahead and jam this Eidolon. If it is Sneak and Show, they might self to cantrip and stuff like that. If it's Miracles, it'll use Swords to Plowshares, and that's fine too. But if they don't have swords, I'm fine with this being Force of Willed. Yeah, Show and Tell. Well, now I have nothing to show. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. Sneak attack, maybe? Let's go attacking. So he can actually get me with this Chain Lightning right now, so that's really awkward. That really sucks. If he does get me with Chain Lightning, it turns Price of Progress on. I think I'm just gonna probably pass, because this Eidolon could end up doing some more damage to him, and then I'll just like throw a Lightning Bolt at him at end of turn or Price of Progress or something. Hopefully we can find another land so that if he's unable to, that maybe we can get him down to like Exquisite Firecraft range or something like that, and then just kill him. But it's clear he doesn't have the combo yet, and because he doesn't have the combo, he might have to use more cantrips, so I don't know if it's worth Chain Lightning or not. We lose out on 1 mana. Do so. Well, now we could have Chain Lightninged him. That's unfortunate. So if he has Sneak Attack and Gristlebrand, that's gonna suck. Yeah, probably what's about to happen. Oh, you have to tap that for red, buddy. There you go, good job. Yeah, there's a big old hasty boy. The good news is we can offload these Chain Lightnings. Oh, okay. I've got a feeling that he has another Gristlebrand in hand. Can we win if he just has another Gristlebrand? If you can sneak attack anything in, I think we just die. I think we just have to try to kill him. Put him dead to hitting him with Eidolon and Chain Lightning next turn. Yeah, I think that's probably fine. If he has another Gristlebrand, we just die. Because we'll die to our own Eidolon, either way. I think. Yeah. If you have something else you can sneak attack in, we just die. Yep. Let's make sure he attacks. Maybe I was supposed to Chain Lightning my own Eidolon, but I didn't really think about that. This matchup is so bad. Cut the Searing Bloods. The price for progress is pretty bad too. Like I probably just want another Exquisite Firecraft, even though it's super duper slow. But it's going to do more than a price of progress will most games, I think. Actually, no, they have Ancient Tomb. We'll leave 2 in. Okay. Let's try it like this. Yeah, I mean, this looks fine. We'll keep it. So we already know that I could have played game 1 a little bit differently, and maybe won. We should have assumed that they had another Gristlebrand or something to sneak into play, and maybe I was supposed to attack with Eidolon, shoot my Eidolon with a Chain Lightning, then Chain Lightning him. So that's a different line we could have took in that first game that might have led to a victory. Our opponent has kept 7, which is not particularly exciting for us. Ponder. So he chose to not shuffle, which is pretty scary. Yep, there's City of Traders. Show and tell. Ah, man. Right. Omniscience. That sucks. Emrakul. Yep. He'll take an extra turn. Trigger prowess. I don't think I'm supposed to, I think I'm still supposed to put the Mountain in, just because he has to have Omniscience and Emrakul in order to Annihilator me. Alright. Well, we got that one out of the way. Hopefully we don't run into that again. Actually, are we supposed to wait and make sure we don't get queued up against him again? I know that used to be an issue, where you would run into people you already played in Legacy Leagues just because there wasn't enough people. Yeah, I think Andrea Mengucci has run up against multiple, or the same opponent a couple times in multiple leagues. I feel like I've seen this name before somewhere. Death and Taxes. Wow, he's played Delver a lot too. I feel like I've played against this guy before though. Not in the league, but just like in a room. This hand's fine. I mean, in general, game one, like regardless of if I know, I mean, if it's my friend or something like that, it's a different story, but I try not to keep hands based on what I think they're on. I'd keep this hand in the dark against pretty much anything. Okay, he might have Force Will in his deck. I would be surprised if he was playing Death and Taxes in this metagame, because there doesn't seem to be a lot of Death and Taxes right now. I'm not really sure why that is, besides Grixis control. And maybe that's what we're playing against right now. Yep. Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably Delver. But I don't know. Yes, hurt yourself. Delver boy. Thoughtseize. Well, bye, Price of Progress. See ya. So target opponent gains at least 2 life. Okay. I was gonna say, I don't think that if he plays a threat here, which Thoughtseize makes me think he's maybe on the control variation. I don't know if Does regular Grixis Delver play Thoughtseize now? Maybe they do. They play Ink. I guess they do play Thoughtseize. Okay. So we're still not really sure. Chooses to not shuffle. We're still not really sure what they're on. I think I just have to... I don't think I have the option to not throw them at the face anymore, because I'm getting so low on resources after I take my price. The price being taken and the Swiss Bear being bolted really lowered the amount of gas that our hand had. So we'd really like another price off the top, honestly. That'd probably be our best draw. Exquisite Firecraft wouldn't be bad. He's probably going to be about at 8 life right now. I think he's going to have to fetch again at some point. So, we should need another spell that can deal 4 damage. Preferably not Fire Blast, of course. Is this going to be a Strix? It's going to be an Angler. Okay. So, still technically not sure what this is. It still technically could be Delver. It could be Grixis Control that just has like a faster clock with Grimag Angler. Okay, now it's Delver. So he has to counter this or block it with Young Pyromancer, because he knows I have Fire Blast in hand. And if he hits this with Force of Will, he won't be able to use a fetch land. As I say, I don't think he has to hit this with Force, but this will be really telling. Okay, cool. He's probably going to use a fetch land at some point now. Unless he just has really good cards on top of his deck. I think he has to block with Pyromancer here. If he doesn't block with Pyromancer, it's pretty clear he has Force of Will in his hand. I was going to say, I almost wonder if... I think he's supposed to Daze there, if he has a Daze in hand, just to make a token to block with. It'd be so sweet to draw Price of Progress here. So he probably has a Force of Will by this point, I would think. There's the Delver. There's the prize. So we can still kill him at instant speed, so I don't think there's really a reason to cast it right here. Let's see what he flips this off of. Okay, it is a Bolt, so now we are going to be priced into casting that. Well, here we go. If he has any sort of counter magic, we're going to get hit. He might have Spell Pierce, actually. Well, no sense in hiding anything anymore. Let's try to kill him. If he has Force of Will, we die. To this, yep, okay. Let's say we die to this, Lightning Bolt he's got in his hand. Yeah, Lightning Bolt was what we were scared of flipping. So if the Swift Spear had been able to get in one more damage, or if he hadn't Thoughtseized our first Price of Progress, we would have won the game. Let's take out the Flame Rift. Bring in the Volcanic Fallouts. Exquisite Firecraft. probably shave a Riftbolt. Yeah, I think this looks fine. This should be a pretty good matchup for us. Yeah, this looks fine. Do they still run him to Turok? Does not look like it. So see, that's one of the scarier cards. This Volcanic Fallout's gonna be super good if he doesn't take it from us. With an Inquisition right here. Okay. Okay, okay. Yeah, this is basically your anti-Delver card. Oh, you're late. I don't really want to play into Daze. I think I can afford to play around it. I mean, if he has Lightning Bolt, he's gonna have Lightning Bolt anyways, so there's no reason for me to... yeah, to play into Daze. Oh, no, fine. I might have been supposed to actually on when he fetched, I might have Lightning Bolted him right there. That might have been good. Because if he plays a, well, I guess this Volcanic Fallout will probably save us. I was gonna say, we might end up having to race him. So I need to use my mana as best as I can. So he's gonna Ponder here and probably play a Delver. Or, it'll be a Delver or an Inquisition. Or he'll just cantrip again. Chooses to not shuffle, so probably a Delver. Or an Inquisition, alright. So, he can take whatever he wants. He's probably going to take this Fallout. But I'm not going to, like, Lightning Bolt in response because I'll just get hit with the Daze. I think he has to take the Fallout. If he doesn't take the Fallout, that's pretty scary. That means he probably has, like, a Gurmag Angler in hand. So probably has Gurmag Angler in hand. Yep, I'm just gonna throw the Lava Spike upstairs. Unfortunately, once again, our opponent's cards have lined up pretty well with our own. Wasteland. Yep. True name. Okay, that makes sense. Now we can cast everything in response to a Thoughtseize, so... and not feel bad about having to use lands for Fire Blast. Come get me, boy! You know what would be sweet? Drawing Exquisite Firecraft. That'd be sweet. Preordain. One on bottom, one on top. Okay. Blue Delta. Badlands. I didn't know that Grixis Delver ran Badlands. They don't. Okay. guess we'll get this off the table. I mean, it opens up a Delver flip, but... There we go. I don't think he'll Force of Will this, but we'll see. This is a pretty good tempo play for us because he only has Wasteland up. So now he has to go down a mana on his turn to bolt it, or to hit it with a Fatal Push if he brought those in. Okay, command. That sucks. So shoot my Eidolon, get back your Pyromancer, or shoot my Eidolon, make me discard Fire Blast. Okay. Okay. Sure. Price of Progress win. Price of Progress win. Deal. Alright, fetch land kills him. It's pretty good. The real question is, does he have Force of Will? I think the answer is yes, because he's holding up all of his mana. But now he can no longer Force of Will to stop us from killing him, so that's worth noting. Like, he can't use the secondary mode, so if we draw anything, we just kill him, basically, as long as it's a burn spell. Well, I think he's got a Force of Will in hand. Let's just see what he does. Draw the Ponder, that's fine. Alright, we're gonna get hit by Force of Will here. I assume. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. Well, at least we read his hand pretty dang well, you know? Did he blind flip the Delver too? Yeah. I think he did. That's unfortunate. We got him down to 1 in both games, though. I mean, that's as close as we can get. And like I said, his hand lined up super well with us. Like, he had K-Command for the Eidolon, Lightning Bolt for the Swift Spear, Ink for, what was it, Lightning Bolt? So, it is what it is. Yeah. I think we played pretty well in that game, at least. Match 1, we made, like, a slight mistake by probably not bolting our own Eidolon, because he probably had like another Griselbrand in hand, but I think we may have lost all 3 die rolls today, too. Compared to the 4 that we won yesterday. Yeah, I think it sounds fine. know you're there. There may have been some point during the, what is this? Pox? There may have been some point during the last game, probably takes the Chain Lightning, I guess, where I was supposed to Fire Blast, but I just didn't realize it. Like, if I was thinking about him having Forcible in hand, maybe I was supposed to do it, but it's hard to know, because, like, we just randomly drew the what's it called off the top of our deck, you know? Exquisite Firecraft, so we can't, like, know that we were supposed to Fire Blast because he won't be able to Force a Will, you know? Oh, Storm, duh. Dang. Running into 2 bad matchups today so far with Sneak and Show and Storm, and then we just couldn't beat Grixis Delver. It's unfortunate. Chooses to shuffle. That's probably for the best. I agree with taking Fire Blast. Good choice. Yep. Really need another land, like, next turn to be able to do anything. Like, we need to get this Goblin Guide and Swift Spear into play, or like the Swift Spear and then start Chain Lightning him. There we go. We might be using the Searing Blood in our own Swift Spear just to do 1 extra damage to him at some point. Like if we just draw a land next turn. Ponder on top. Alright, if we just draw a burn spell, we kill him. Alright, this at least prevents him from being able to fetch. So just made his Brainstorms a lot worse. And there's the fetch land. Perfect. Alright. Dark Petition is Ant, right? Ant, Dark Petition. Don't know if the Epic Storm has it or not. They still run, they run 1 by you, is that right? Or sometimes a scrub land, probably just depending on what hate card they have in their sideboard. Okay. Kind of weird that he kept only 1 blue source in his hand. I think I'm going to bring in some amount of Leyline of the Void. Power Static. We could bring in Volcanic Fallout as a way to deal with goblins. I don't think I hate that. Bring out the Searing Bloods. Exquisite Firecraft. And then we can probably shave on Riftbolt. How many basics do they run? 2? Island and Swamp, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's try this. Yeah, let's try this. The Volcanic Fallout can be a decent way of just getting him if he goes for the Goblin plan. But we're definitely not like keeping a hand that, well, okay, if we mulligan to 6 and we just have Volcanic Fallout, maybe we keep it then, but I don't know. Okay, this hand's once again kind of fine. We've got the Eidolon, so we just need to draw land. And within 2 turns, we can get him. So I think this is fine. Yeah, I think this is a keep. I mean, it feels bad if we never find a land, but if we draw land like right off the top of our deck and he doesn't have Thoughtseize, we can probably just win the game. So. And Preordain, okay. Might just be dead next turn. Might just be dead. I am going to cast the Goblin Guide because I don't have a lot of ways to make Swiftspear big right now, so I just need the faster clock, even though I might be drawing him into cards. So he's at 16 right now from this fetch land he's going to play. We can put him down to 11 this turn, but that's still more than enough life for him to ad nauseam with. So come on, we need to land off the top of the deck. Come on, deck. Give us a land. Give us a land. Yeah, baby. Alright, let's go attack first. In case he randomly runs Snuff out or something. Right. So if I play a Swiftspear and I Flame Rift, that would be down to 10 from the Flame Rift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down to 4. I can also do 2 Swiftspears and Lava Spike him, which is more damage, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 plus the 4 is 11. That puts him down to 3. It's more or less the same, but this way he can't crack a fetch land and cast a spell. So I think I want to go with this route. It does more damage to me. Or no, it doesn't, because Flame Rift already does a ton of damage to me if I cast it into Eidolon. Dark Ritual on top. Goes to 3. Alright. And from the discard. Cool. Ended up getting there. That was pretty crazy that we won that one. So ideally, we want to win these last 2 games. That way we can get our money back. Which is definitely more than possible. I mean, we've got a lot of good matchups in the format right now. Don't really want to play against any of the graveyard decks. Don't want to play against Storm again. Got pretty lucky against them for keeping a weird hand in game 1 that just didn't pay off, and drawing that second land off the top of our deck for Eidolon. So, pretty lucky win there. But I mean, I think we took lines that let us win at the same time, while our opponent, you know, kept a risky hand in game 1 that just didn't pay off. Oh, this is Storm again. Alright. So I was talking about running into the same person in the league again, you know? So, very likely to lose this one, I would expect, especially if he recognizes my name. I mean, he should know what I'm on. Probably gonna get Thoughtseized here, I would guess. Nope. Okay. So, might just be able to lock him out again with Eidolon. We'll go ahead and suspend the Rift Bolt. Searing Blood's basically a dead card in our hand, as we already know, but it's, yeah, we kept it for Eidolon. 2 cards on the bottom. That's good for us. Alright, are we dead? I don't think we are, just because they both went on the bottom there, but, I mean, it could just be as simple as, like, they're only looking for a second land or something, so it's hard to tell when you're dead against Storm. When they're not scrying stuff to the bottom and when they're not shuffling, chooses to shuffle, that's when you're usually dead. I'll shoot you with this Rift Bolt. How about that? Ooh, that's a great draw. That's a really good draw. So if we can draw like another burn spell off the top, I think we can just close him out of this game with this Eidolon and this Fire Blast. Or just drawing like another creature would be decent as well. Like a second Eidolon would be sweet. What? What is going on? Okay. Interesting. He's got 2 Cabal Rituals. Ooh, okay. Okay, I can get behind that. Oh, you're just dead, buddy. You're just dead, buddy. Alright. Power Stack Pillar. Fallout. Leyline. Take out the Rift Bolts. Close Firecraft. And Searing Bloods. We haven't seen Past Flames from him yet, but I'm about 90% sure that he's running it. So... go ahead and try this again. I think he needs to be going for a quick Empty the Warrens. I mean, yeah, we'll keep this hand. Once again, we just need another, need another land off the top, within the top 2. And him to not have Thoughtseize, basically. Why are we brainstorming right now? Maybe he's just, like, super close to going off. Or if he's going to put a land on top. See, the reason I don't like the Brainstorm right now is, like, you know, if you're going to Brainstorm, you're going to Brainstorm. It's an instant speed spell, and I have Goblin Guide in my deck. So you can just put a land on top and get the land back for free. Maybe he already did that, but nope, he did not. Are we dead? Thoughtseize. Let's go take the Eidolon. If we can still draw another land, that would be good. Does he not have another land? So another land would be sweet. He knows we have Volcanic Fallout now. And knows that we're land light. Land. There we go. So we would have had it. Go ahead and Lost Spike him. He does not have another land, and we know that he has not drawn one. I'm gonna take out this Goblin Guide, because regardless... Okay, cool. He knows everything in our hand, so he knows we don't have Fire Blast, but maybe he doesn't realize that we don't have Fire Blast. We should know everything in our hand, and we've just got him dead next turn, so he has to go off this turn. He doesn't have another land. He's gonna have to Brainstorm, find a land, basically off of the Brainstorm, and hope that he has enough gas in hand to go off of that, but he has 2 Brainstorms in hand right now. And he's Brainstorm locked, so the other Brainstorm won't really be able to do anything. Unless he finds a fetch land. But even then, he has to find like a Lotus Petal at that point to continue to go off. So I think he's just dead. longer the brainstorm, the better, typically. Gotten pretty lucky with these hands, drawing a land when we needed it off the top. But, I mean, our hand was also pretty hard to mulligan because we did have Eidolon of the Great Revel. So that's definitely the most impactful card against them. A lot of times it doesn't matter if they have the Abrupt Decay or if they have Assassin's Trophy or even just like a Fatal Push or a Chain of Vapor, just to put whatever it is either in the graveyard or back in your hand. But it's the card you're really looking for, of course, to keep against Storm. I think that we just killed this man. Maybe he's looking for some sort of weird line. I'm guessing what happened is he probably brainstormed, didn't find any lands, or maybe found a land, and now he's trying to figure out what he needs in hand to continue to go off, because maybe he does have another mana source. It's either that, or he didn't find a mana source, and now he's just kind of rage quitting, basically. Which I can't really say I blame him. Oh, okay. Well, this doesn't bode well for you, man. 2 cards on the bottom, draws a card. Lotus Petal. Oh, are we just dead? No, I don't want to die. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, we're just dead. He's got to pass in flames. That sucks. Infernal Tutor. And kill me. Infernal Tutor. Infernal Tutor. Dude, just go... Okay. Really? Sure. I guess he was thought seizing just in case I had what's it called in hand, but he already knew what my hand was because I played the land that I drew. Right. Are these all targeting me? Yep. Boop. Okay, so it does have Pass in Flames. Let's try it with the 4th Leyline. How many empties do they have? Just the one, probably. Is empty... So they only need a Lotus Petal for the empty the Warrens. I just think we're over sideboarding at this point. Like, because I'm bringing in the Volcanic Fallout, I don't really like bringing in the 4th Leyline, because there could just be so many cards in our hand that just don't do anything. Let's just try it like this. Hey, cop. No, this league hasn't been very good for us. We actually did beat this guy earlier. We're playing this guy for the 2nd time in this league. And I've had a pretty unlucky league as far as matchups go. Round 1 I played against Sneak and Show, which is the worst matchup for us. It's probably like a 15% win rate, maybe 20%. And then I played against Grixis Delver, got 0-2 stomped. It's pretty crazy. His cards matched up really well against us, and I think the guy's a pretty good player. I think I've seen his name before somewhere. We beat this guy. Wow, okay. Loses to Thoughtseize. I'm gonna mulligan it. I'm gonna mulligan it. I don't know. This is so hard. What do you guys think? Do we keep this hand just because it has Eidolon, but then we just lose to Thoughtseize on turn 1? Or we can lose to Abrupt Decay or whatever. Yeah, I agree, Corey. What about this one? I mean, we've got the Ley Line of the Void, but we don't have any sort of pressure. I think we have to Really? I think we keep? We can only cast 2 of our spells, though. So we've got 10 damage in hand right now. We have to draw another land in order to get some of that damage. I'm gonna mulligan. I don't think we can keep this. Okay. Just looking for Eidolon now. That's true. I didn't think about the Scry side, but I don't know. Not feeling it. They can kill us pretty quickly. So they have Tutor in hands. Thoughtseize. Haha, nerd! I don't have Eidolon. Yeah, so we would have just lost with the first hand. Probably. Oh, get good, scrub. That may just be game. Oh, he's probably going to try to be able to go off next turn if we didn't draw this. And we can Price of Progress him for 4, probably. Which he does know about Price, so he can just go... If he has a polluted Delta, he can go find his island or his swamp. I'm gonna hold on to this mountain, because maybe he'll Thoughtseize me. Pass in Flames. That's not gonna do much for you when I've got Pyrostatic Pillar in play. So he Brainstorm locked himself. I think we've got this one. Discards Pass in Flames. Yeah, okay. Now I'm gonna put the mountain into play because we've got this Fire Blast. Another Pass in Flames. Deal. If he plays a land, we can just kill him now. More than likely, because if it's a fetch land that puts him to 6, which means he dies to Pyrostatic Pillar Fire Blast. If it's a non-basic, which, like I said, I don't think he has the ability to get any lands because he just drew 2 of these. We can just kill him with Price of Progress and Fire Blast at our leisure. In fact, I think I'm just gonna... Well, I'll be fine. We've got time. We'll have another trigger to respond to because we have Pyrostatic Pillar. Woo! Alright. I think I might wait a bit so we don't run into that guy again. So I'll just show you guys the list right now. As we were discussing in the Discord, Patrick Sullivan has said that searing effects are pretty bad right now, and I think we were kind of coming to that conclusion on our own a little bit just by looking at the metagame. I think a lot of us were running 4 Searing Bloods in the main board up until recently, and this is the metagame right now. So as you can see, like, we have targets for Searing Blood, but none of them are great, and there's not a lot of targets in each deck, so you kind of just want to see one. I think it's still worth running at least 2 of them because it just helps out a lot against Death and Taxes. It can be pretty decent against... Oh, so he restarted the league then right after I played him? Interesting. Okay, that's good to know. So yeah, so we shaved 2 Searing Bloods, added 2 Flame Rifts. Patrick Sullivan was saying Pyrostatic Pillar is really good main board right now. I'm not sure how I feel about that, just because there's a lot of times where you're just top decking and you're looking for that last point of damage, and Pyrostatic Pillar and Eidolon don't give that to you, whereas Flame Rift does. So I can see what he's saying of, like, turn 2, the card is insane, especially if you're ahead, but if you're behind, the card can be pretty brutal. That being said, you're ahead most of the time in Legacy because there's not very many aggro decks. So... Alright, let's see if we can go 3-2. Get the entry fee back, and maybe like a treasure chest or two. Is it two? Is it 2 treasure chests, Corey, for 3 and 2? Or is it 4? Got 16 for going 5-0, so that was sweet. Ooh. Nah, I don't want to keep this. We've got 3 cards that are uncastable in our hand and rely on us drawing another land. And Searing Blood may or may not be good against them. What do you think, Corey? Do we mulligan? I think we can afford to mulligan this one. Just because, like, if we were on the draw, I would probably keep this, just because we get the extra look at the land. But I don't know. We don't know how long this game is going to go. Mulligan? Yeah, okay. Yeah, this hand's a little bit better. Go and keep that. Put the second Searing Blood on the bottom. They kept their 7. Hopefully this is Death and Taxes or something. This hand would do pretty well against them. Oh, it's the mirror match! Let's do it, BB! Alright. Yeah, Chain Lightning. Gotta get it out of your hand quick. Gotta get it out of your hand quick. Not very excited about her hand at the moment. I'm trying to decide if I want to be able to... Well, I guess I don't really have any way of protecting this Swiftspear. So I'm just going to throw it out there, and if he has another way to remove it, which 9 times out of 10 he's going to, then it just goes down. But this hand is pretty awful against the mirror match. Hopefully he plays an Eidolon here. Or hopefully he tries to just Lava Spike me or something. If he ever taps out, we're going to give it to him with the Searing Blood. Bolt me, please. Oh, no. Oh, no. Nerd. If he plays Eidolon here... I might just let him keep his Eidolon because my hand is so Gaslight and his is so gas full that I'm going to need a way of like recurring damage, and his Eidolon might be that way of recurring damage. I think I'm going to let his Eidolon live, even though we're in a very close race right now. This Fire Blast won't trigger the Eidolon either. So I think I'm going to let it live. I can always kill it later. There's so many spells in the deck that just kill it, and I think it's fine. Just throw this at him right now. Let me know what you guys think. Was I supposed to kill the Eidolon or not? I don't know if we can afford to do it. My gut is telling me we cannot afford to kill it. But we will see. Oh, okay. Interesting. So if I Lava Spike him here, I go down to 8, and I put him to 4, and I just, yeah, he just dies. Okay. Okay, I don't have anything for the mirror match as far as I know. He will be going first. I'm interested in Volcanic Fallout, but I don't know if it's great. Let me know what you think, Corey. And do we keep Exquisite Firecraft in because it deals more damage? I mean, it's super slow. I don't think that we keep it in, is my gut feeling, but it does deal 4 damage instead of 3 for the card. And we can technically target stuff if we need to. Take out price, yeah, that makes sense. So I guess we have to bring in the other Exquisite Firecraft then. We definitely don't want to bring in Pyrostatic Pillar. Are we shaving any of... do we have to leave our Eidolons in? We don't have anything we can bring in, really, do we? Our Eidolons feel so bad. And, like, Sulfuric Vortex feels bad, too, you know? Is Sulfuric Vortex has got to be worse than Pyrostatic Pillar, right? It's got to be worse than Pyrostatic Pillar. Yeah. Okay. But do you think Vortex is better than Pyrostatic Pillar? I guess this doesn't lock us out like Pillar does, so that makes sense. Yeah, this matchup feels awful. I also have these Flame Rifts, which are just bad right now. Do I bring out the Flame Rift for another Vortex? Actually, what's kind of cool about Vortex is, like, if you just play the kill all their dudes game, the Vortex eventually can be like your win con. Okay. I'll leave it in. We'll see what happens. Do we keep this hand or do we mold this hand? We don't have any creatures, but he can also kill a lot of our creatures, so we have guaranteed damage in this hand. We've got 14 damage in this hand right now, and we've got the ability to kill something early with Lightning Bolt. Really wish we had Searing Blood. We could mulligan to try to look for Searing Blood. But, I mean, we've got the right mixture of lands and spells. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. It's kind of medium. Like, I'm not particularly excited about it, but I don't know. We'll see. Oh, Swiftspear. I think that I want to kill his Goblin Guide right now, and then I want to play Swiftspear Lava Spike next turn. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to do that because I need to prevent him from getting 4 damage with this guy right here. So I'm just gonna play a land and say go ahead. Oh, another Swiftspear. Nice. Like, I think I need to... Ooh. Deal, baby. Okay. I was gonna say, I think I need to get in as much damage with these Swiftspears as I can when I can. I'm gonna go ahead and throw both out. He's choked on mana right now. This does... unfortunately let him go Rift Bolt one, Lightning Bolt the other, or like Chain Lightning the other. So maybe I should have held on to a Swiftspear, just thrown the Lava Spike so he doesn't have that option of Chain Lightning right here. Yeah, that was probably a misplay. Might have just punted that one. Yep, here we go. So we would have had the option to Lightning Bolt it no matter what, but I don't know. Oh gosh, this is terrible. Gonna get him with the... Do I want to hit him with the Firecraft? I think I want to hold on to the Firecraft because if he has Eidolon... we can actually lock him out if he has Eidolon, probably. Or maybe I want to get rid of these Flame Rifts in case he has Eidolon. That actually sounds better. The problem with, like, throwing the Lava Spike is it's so mana efficient. I guess I can always double Flame Rift next turn if I need to. If he plays Eidolon, that feels awful if we Exquisite Firecraft him. So that puts him down to 14. And then Flame Rift will deal 4 to him, put him down to 6, but we also take 12 in that time. Go down to 6 ourselves. And then we can Lava Spike him, but then he just has a way of locking us out. I think we have to Lava Spike Flame Rift. And just hope he continues to be choked on mana. Swift Spear. Yeah, you can have Swift Spear. I'm probably not dealing with Swift Spear at this point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We do have lethal now. And I can force a draw with Exquisite Firecraft. So Exquisite him, go to 7, then Flame Rift, Chain Lightning. Even if he copies my own Chain Lightning, it probably just doesn't matter. If he draws another land next turn and plays a land, and then he has 2 1-mana spells, and then he has Fire Blast, like I just died though. What do you guys think? Do I play around him drawing another land, having 2 1-mana spells and Firecraft or a Fire Blast? Yeah, that's a good point. We'll just make him have it. I think it's more likely that he just doesn't have the exact that he needs. Alright. Cool. Got there. So the only matchup that we lost to, that we probably shouldn't have lost to, was Grixis Delver, but their cards lined up really well with what we had. They had Inquisition a few times. They were able to Thoughtseize a few Price of Progresses away from us. They killed our Swift Spear on turn 1, both games basically. Yeah, I mean, the deck list still feels fine. It's obviously awful against the mirror match, and we got pretty lucky there. That hand ended up working out well, so good call, Corey. Probably just gonna sell that treasure chest for 2 tickets and call it a day. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Like I said, the deck list still feels fine. It's, you know, I think it's fine against Grixis Delver. I don't think there's anything to change for that matchup. Yeah, actually we got him down to 1 life, both games. Alright, thanks for watching guys. Take it easy.